The only difference between the two is the white band. The Lucky Strike one was a bit wider. So I can't see that making a huge difference, honestly. It's all on how you wiggle your lure. And that's how that's going to work. What's up, folks? It's Jeff with Birch Outdoors. I'm here with you today to show you my tackle haul for 2023 season. I'm just starting to get back into it again. Same with James. I used to have a whole bunch of stuff, but I carried it in like a Ziploc bag, and over time the bag tore, lost stuff walking through the woods, gone. So yeah, I have to start over again. So first thing I got here for you is a popping frog. This is good for like chain pickerel, bass, stuff like that. Real aggressive hitting fish. This floats just on top of the water and it pops along. Got this at the dollar store, Dollarama. I think it was $4.50. Now you can get things comparing to this at Canadian Tire and Walmart, and I seen them for like $10. Personally, I think it's going to do the same thing. It's made by Lunker Hunt. I don't know if that's a good brand, but we're going to give it a try. So that's number one. I got a another thing here made by Lunker Hunt. It just says Jolt. I'm not really sure. I believe it's a floating lure, so it floats on top of the water. So it's going to be for like a top fish taken from the top of the surface, which chain pickerel will do, bass, aggressive stuff like that. That's what that one there looks like. Again, like I said, dollar store. That one was $3.50. Comparing at Walmart and stuff, they're $6-7, and they look pretty much the same. This here is a Swedish spoon, made by Red Wolf. None of this stuff is sponsored. I should throw that in there. I bought all this out of my own pocket. So like and subscribe. Help us get the views up and stuff. That'd be cool. I'm excited to use this one. I think it'll be good. I think the trout are really going to hit it. Landlocked salmon, I probably smoke that thing too. So yeah, that's a Swedish spoon. I bought two other ones from the dollar store here. They look pretty much the same. Different color, but same design, type of style. These were $3 for two. So, does it say on here what these are? No, it doesn't. Just made by Toro Name. That's who made it. From Dollarama, $3. Next up, I got a minnow. It's like a popper. So your water comes onto this lip here and kind of splashes off the face and it'll pop along like this. $1.75, dollar store. Made by Mako. Mako Ataru. Don't hate me if I said that wrong. But yeah, that thing should be pretty cool. Next up, Blue Fox. These things are deadly. I've been told these are really good. 6 gram. It's got the little bell there. It's a body emits sonic vibrations, so it'll create vibrations in the water, which should attract the fish. I told these things are deadly, so I cannot wait to try that. You can ask James. I'm sure he vouched for it. I was excited to find this in the store. I talked about it going in.
Oh, you definitely were.
So, can't wait to try that one there. Eliminates line twist, it says. That's another cool feature. So that's the Blue Fox. Here, this was called a Hypocrite Spoon. I would have called it the Red Devil. But this is Canadian Tire's version, Red Wolf. I had the Lucky Strike one, but it's $3 more. The only difference between the two is the white band. The Lucky Strike one was a bit wider. So I can't see that making a huge difference, honestly. It's all on how you wiggle your lure. And that's how that's going to work. 3/8 of an ounce. Can't wait to try that one out either. These here, both the same. Just Lucky Strike. Spoon spinners, whatever you want to call them. I think I got the terminology correct there. These work really well. Trolling and stuff. I've always used these things. They've always worked well. These are on sale for $1.98.
Couldn't pass that sale up.
Yeah, not at all. They're $5 or $6 a piece regular. I stopped dead in my tracks for them. So that's that stuff. I bought that stuff there this evening. actually, and this knife sharpener. We all know what a knife sharpener looks like. Got the ceramic in the middle there, so you run your knife blade down and pull. You don't do it real fast, just nice and slow, and put a nice edge on that. I bought this stuff about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I've used this a few times now, but
That's come in handy.
this has come in handy big time. Because we were into the chain pickerel the other day, and as most people probably know, fish that type of fish. If you haven't, they have really sharp teeth. You don't want to stick your hand in their mouth. And their teeth actually angle back, so it's for their prey. Their prey gets in there, the prey can't get out. It's kind of cool, but yeah, so this here is a locking, it's called a locking lipper, and they actually call it a lunker lock. That's what it's called. So it just closes, like so, that far, and then when you push it further, it locks, so you don't got to hold the handle. You can carry your fish around like that if you want. Can't say enough how much I like this thing. I've used it to take hooks out of the mouth. Some hooks that are set really hard up into the plate of the fish's mouth. I've used this, I've hooked on, and I've been able to get my pliers out and really get that hook out good, because you try and do it with your hand, there's slip in, and there's no slippage with these. $20 at Bass Pro. I know it sounds like a lot for a piece of plastic, worth every penny. I wouldn't change a thing. I would buy them again. Next up is the fishing line that I switched my rod to this year. I wanted the fluorocarbon line. I didn't want to break the bank. I wanted something relatively cheap that your everyday person could go buy, should have no problem buying if you're getting into fishing and whatnot. Just a good budget friendly, decent line. And this here, Pline clear fluorescent, it's a fluorocarbon line. Amazing. Ultra strong, low memory. It's fluorocarbon coated, I should say, I'm sorry. 8-pound test, that's my go-to, and it's black light visible. This stuff, James also has it on his. He bought the same line, and like I said, I can't say enough how much I like this line. It's made in Japan. That's another reason why I bought it. The Japanese have been fishing for centuries, so they've been in the game for a while. So I figure, you know, probably a good made quality line. And so far, hands down, best line I've had. Honestly, $12, Bass Pro. Get yourself some. Not sponsored. This here, I have a few things that were given to me. So this little minnow here, that was given to me by my cousin. He told me he's caught a lot of trout on that. I believe him. It spins nice in the water, nice and freely. It's got, for how small it is, it's got a decent amount of weight to get out there when you cast. So that's just a little minnow he gave me. He also gave me this frog. This frog here, this specific frog, the hook is right there. So you gotta be careful when you put it on, you don't want to stick yourself. But this has a weight on the bottom of it, so this frog actually just floats just below the surface, and when you're reeling it in, the legs action like this, right? I've had chain pickerel smoke this, but I could not get them hooked. So I'm thinking that the hook was in crossways or something in there and just stopped them from happening, but that's another good one. That was also given to me, like I said. This one here, I don't really know what it's called. I kind of want to say a super duper. I don't think that's what it is. If you know, tell us in the comments. I'd appreciate that. Found this on the riverbank when I was brook trout fishing up in the country. Location, secret. It works really well. It has a smaller hook than I like personally, but that works well. So I can't tell you too much about that one. This here is a Len Thompson, I believe it's called. Crocodile style lure or whatever. This actions really well in the water as you're reeling it in. I do like this. I had trout hit this really good the other day when I was fishing. So that's another good one to get if you're looking to fill your box. This here, just another little minnow. I've never actually tried this one yet, so couldn't tell you how that works, but I'm assuming it's going to work pretty good. The old faithfuls. These here, I cannot tell you, I have 3 of them actually. I don't know where I put my rod, but I have 3 of them. I have one on my rod right now. These are 2 different sizes. One's a bit smaller, one's a bit larger. I couldn't tell you how many trout I've caught on these. Honestly, I could not tell you. Stocked, wild, caught a ton. I've always loved Lucky Strike, but this specific lure, this rainbow lure, I don't know if it's just something, but this year, they are smoking this thing like crazy. I actually had one hit so hard, it literally roughed up some of the, I don't know if it's paint or a sticker or what, but it roughed it up. That's pretty crazy, if you ask me. So those are both the same. Lucky Strike Rainbow Lure. Another Old Faithful. I love these things. Same story with this one. They were hitting this so hard, you can see where some of that paint's been worn off the sticker or whatever, but that's a Panther Martin. Panther Martin, Lucky Strike, I think it's Meps. They make good lures as well. I just said the name of that, whatever that one was, I forget. There's some other ones, the Blue Fox. Those are some, you cannot go wrong with those. You get those lures, you're going to get into the trout, salmon, you know. This one here, it's just a silver spoon, I believe. Literally plain, just, you know, real plain. This one here, haven't actually used this one yet. That is a Swedish pimple. That's what that's called.
I still can't get over that name.
Yeah, I know, it's a different name, isn't it? It's got a good amount of weight to it. This thing casts, it drifts. I'm talking like 75 yards I can shoot this thing, which is pretty good with the flick of the wrist. Swedish pimple. So again, haven't used it. I'd like to get out in a lake, a bigger setting where I could try that, you know, maybe get into some landlocked salmon, catch and release on them. You can keep them in Nova Scotia if they're above 13.8 inches, I believe is the measurement. Don't quote me, I'd have to look it up. And below 26. If they're above 26 inches, they had to be set back. And below 13.8, they had to be set back. I don't know if it's every lake in Nova Scotia that you're allowed to fish them or just certain ones. Got to brush up on that because I do want to go fishing for some landlocks. These here, just Lucky Strike spinners. Work really well, very effective. Spin real nice, you know, real good in the water. I've had a lot of luck with those over the years. This year, I bought these ones here for bass and pickerel. Because it is fun, you know, bass and pickerel hit anything pretty much, and it's a lot of fun. It's a high action fishing, it's good sports fishing. So I like to get into that every now and again, so that's why I bought these. I didn't really have much gear for that. This one here is a Booyah spinnerbait. It connects to your swivel here, so it tows differently than this one here, which is an Excalibur spinnerbait. Caught my first chain pickerel on this actually the other week, and they were hitting these like crazy. James actually caught his first chain pickerel on one of these the other day as well. Exact same spinnerbait.
Actually, my first fish of the year too.
Yeah, his first fish of the year. He's going to get a lot more. I got some spots to take him. So Booyah spinnerbait, Excalibur spinnerbait. My favorite between the two, 100% the Excalibur. Tows a lot better. It's so flashy in the water. Them spoons, man. This here's still flashy, still, you know, still effective, but they got different tow points, and they do tow a bit differently. So that's the Booyah and Excalibur spinnerbaits. These here, I have 3 of these, so I only need one. It's just like a grub style lure or whatever, and it's like a squid, I imagine. And believe it or not, for what this thing is and like how light it looks, this shoots. And when you're towing that in, man, this thing is all action. It's all over the place. Like it's over here and then it's like this. If there's any bass in that water, pickerel, whatever, wherever you're fishing, walleye, pike, whatever, I'm telling you, probably gonna smoke that. I could see a salmon hitting that too. Just that aggressive nature. Even a trout. So this here, it's another grub. Just another style, right? Nothing special. I made this up. I had some rubber worms and hooks. I just made that up. It's just another grub style thing that I made, a homemade jobby. These here. Found these at the dollar store. Wire wound leaders. Thought that was a pretty cool find there. 5-piece, rated for 30 pounds. That's pretty cool. Couldn't say no to those for $1.25 a piece for 5. So I got 2 packs of those. I'll give those a try this year. Eliminates the line twist, secure lockup. It's lightweight and exceptional strength, obviously. It's wire. So those would be good to try. 7.5 inch. Hand sanitizer. Now, I don't care who you are. You got a fish, whatever. Sure, it's fine and dandy, but you want your hands cleaned off a bit after that. You know, it's the way it is. It's just something I want to chuck in my bag to get the greasiness off, because that alcohol will take the juices, the greasiness all off, the slime. So that's just something else I want to chuck in my bag. It's not really a must-have. I got some of these trout bait glow mellows. They're called Mike's Glow Mellows, and they're just little marshmallow-like things, right? And they don't actually smell that bad. Compared to power bait, you can actually stand the smell of these. I have not tried them yet. I will, maybe. I do a lot of lure fishing. I don't even need bait for that, so that's those. And then I bought this evening because, as you'll see in my what's in my bag video we do, James and I are both going to do them for each of our bags. I only have the one top tote, and I want to organize it a bit better with my better lures. I want it in a better container inside. Just something small I can set on the seat of my boat. So this will be great for that, to put my Swedish pimple in, my blue fox, my lucky strikes, stuff like that. So yeah, that's my haul for 2023 thus far, guys. Definitely not going to be the last. I have a little bit of an addiction. I'm not afraid to admit that. Anybody who knows me knows I go a little crazy on this stuff. This and hunting stuff, it's my life, man. It's what I love. I hope to get more so I can share it with you guys, and we'll be back at you with what's in our bag videos. Take care, folks. And I'm Ron Burgundy.